Hello and welcome back to Shatter Our Souls with Novaria. Now, last time we took down the milestone events of Isabella Diaz, Blacklist number 12. I think? Yes, Blacklist number 12, or the fourth boss of the game. Today is going to be more about just tackling the race events. And we're going to continue to try to reach full completion, albeit the further we get in, the harder that's going to be. We've also unlocked a new area, Camden Beach. Now, as I'm pretty sure you can notice, I'm already struggling a lot to keep up with the average vehicle in the speed challenge, or in the, not speed challenges, the circuit races. And this is pretty much going to be what the norm is for the rest of the game. This car tends to lack very heavily when it comes to tackling long races, so to speak. Circuit races tend to be one of the harder ones for this vehicle as a direct result of its lack of power, so to speak. But the good news is, it doesn't look like this is going to be the end of the line for me. I'm still able to keep ahead as best I can, and make do where I can't. Huh. Anyways, kind of find it funny. I'm pretty sure that there were a lot of paid advertisers for this game, because having multiple billboards that are very clear, like Gillette and Burger King, I just kind of find humorous because of all the things that they add in. Why them? Just seems a little bit random, a little bit out of character for the rest of the game, especially given the graphic intensity of them. They were designed to definitely be seen by the player from a fair distance and at high speeds, whereas the billboards designed to help you out and around the various curves, etc., were never really designed to be read at all. Like, sure, you got North Bay, you have Heritage Heights, and you can stop and read the distance that it would be to each area. But the likelihood of actually being able to read it and being able to take advantage of it are very slim at high speeds. Effectively, you just need to know the world map and how to get around, because the main means of navigation, aside from your mini-map, is effectively useless. Speaking of useless, the tire shops are also kind of silly in here, simply because you'll never need it. Small detail, good world building. I am kind of surprised that I am holding this down as well as I am right now, because I was expecting the races at this point to start kicking me, like knocking me down a bit. But that doesn't seem to be the case, I say upon slamming into a wall at full speed. But yeah, overall this is looking pretty doable. And challenging another tuner will be a nice change of pace. Because the last couple bosses, well, the last boss specifically, being more heavily tuned towards the exotic side, means that it's going to be nice to have a more straightforward one-to-one race instead. Hmm. Yeah, the relatively low acceleration is already starting to bite me. Which is exactly what I was expecting and hoping for. What, were you expecting something different? Eh, still won. Welcome to drag races. I promised that we'd get here eventually. Now, the number one way that I've kind of found to make drag races work is to abuse nitrous oxide. Make the nitrous do the acceleration and the work for you, so that when I get a chance to get ahead, it's going to be a tighter race, so to speak. But because drag races are already the single hardest thing in the game for me, it's gonna take some practice to get back into this. I say upon demolishing it. And this will be the final. Well, we are tackling the second last race. We officially can already defeat Izzy. So this race is more like gravy. At least to me right now. Actually got half decent racers right now. Come on. I'm not losing to a Fiat Punto, thank you. Oh, there's an idea. Harder run of the game, no speed breaker, all e-brake. Oh, that'd be a run to remember. Good bump draft. I think that there's no e or no speed breaker would be absolutely insane because of turns like that one. But be that as it may, it's a standard race with standard stakes, so oh well. Come on. A little bit more power. There we go. Wow, okay. So these guys are definitely up in the ante here. But closer races are a good thing. And the final race before actually taking on Blacklist number 12. Looking pretty okay. Got a Audi. Not even sure what the rest of those vehicles are right now. Whatever it was, the three of them seem to have got caught in a traffic jam. Which just means that for the first probably half the race, I'm going to be sitting in a very nice spot. Oh yeah. 3.5 seconds ahead. Oh, yep, there we go. They caught back up. Given that it's already 40% of the race is done, not half bad. But I would have preferred to have stayed ahead longer. But this is just another example of how rubber banding works, I suppose. The better I do, the faster they catch up. And the better I'll have to do in the future. But yeah, they seem to be half decent. Ooh, we got a Mustang in here. Very nice. Very nice. Is that one or two? I think it's two Mustangs and an Audi. I'm a little bit jealous. Yep, it's two Mustangs. Once again, falling behind right at the end of the race. Come on. And we're done. Well, the nice thing is, I'm expecting to lose a little bit more now, so unfortunately, I'll be playing more of the same races on a regular basis. Don't talk on the phone while driving. You'll end up where I did. Last place and definitely taking a beating. Looks like this round we got a couple CTS Cadillacs. I believe those count as muscle cars, although I don't personally see it. And then our first place, I think, is an Audi or a Fiat. That is definitely the Audi A3. Cool. Well, I think it's a good idea to just get ahead and stay ahead this time instead of falling behind last second. Because I'll be honest, I really squandered the last attempt. Given how far ahead I was so early in the race, it's a shame that I lost. There we go. About half done. Reaching the kind of main challenge of the race itself here in the near future. Yeah, the Lexus is really starting to show its flaws now. Ordinarily, I would be using probably the Toyota Supra for this, which the Toyota Supra having high acceleration and top speed would make the main bulk of this a heck of a lot easier. Because a lot of the handling can be handled through the speed breaker system altogether. So, handling being the main draw of the vehicle really doesn't do much at this point. Anywho, with that, if you like what you see or are curious where we go on next time, drop a like, leave a subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Kinda hurts.